Um. Out of my court. No. Huh? I realize that I'm putting you in a dangerous room.
What's that?
I'm putting you in a room full of realtors knowing your current situation. Uh-huh.
Sure. Are you looking to buy, sell, invest?
Yep, you got green lights on, yep, yep, we'll wait a little bit, I want to make sure anyone who wanted to be here gets here, but yeah. Kevin has a very unique property, that they have on the market, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is it at a, is that? Oh, okay. How many calls did you get for it today?
How many calls do we get? I don't know much what it's doing calls.
Yeah, God love her.
Smart.
Oh, I'm smart, yes.
You need that young gentleman over there to run an open house for you. Might be interested.
Yeah, I do know passport.
What's your story?
I'm a new agent that's looking to get new contacts in, so yeah. If you want to know password, I'll do that for you.
What's your name?
Sure.
True.
Yeah.
How old are you? How old are you doing that?
I got licensed in July. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Make sure you have a couple under his belt before he does it. A little bit of money behind it.
So why real estate? Why did you choose real estate?
I like the idea of a career that you kind of get what you put into it. So I was going crazy at my hourly job, just they limiting me to 40 hours of work, and I want to work way more than 40 hours a week. So yeah.
What did you do before?
I worked at a bank. I was a bank teller.
Remember Spurs, right?
No. It was a first bank and trust is what it was called, just first. So
So how's it going so far?
so good, yeah. Yeah. I've got an open house on Saturday, if you can swing by that. So
Drew has an interesting background too. He was raised in Guatemala.
Yeah.
Yeah, his parents are missionaries.
20.
Yeah.
20.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Wait, say that again.
Backtrack there one more time.
Wait, say that again.
I had 20 brothers and sisters since my parents adopted a lot. So
I thought it was 17.
Imagine that.
Lost.
Imagine that.
What part of Guatemala?
about an hour from Guatemala City or 6 hours from Guatemala City, depending on the traffic.
Love it. You missed
I missed the weather, but other than that, nothing else. Yeah.
nothing else.
No.
Nothing.
It's way
Your
nice out
parents? Do you miss your parents?
here. Miss them on.
Okay, all right.
We stay in touch.
So I've done some work in Guatemala.
Okay.
I was connected to Hope of Life International.
Okay, yeah,
You familiar with?
yeah,
All right.
nice.
Yeah.
What'd you do with them?
I mean, I was pastor.
Okay.
and So they have this pastors thing where they'll bring any pastor down for free. Just
Okay,
to come check out their vision, check out what they're doing. So
Nice.
I jumped on one of those trips. And then I tried to sell that vision to our church and it wasn't fit for them, but
Mhm.
we did missions all over Latin America, Costa Rica, Mexico, El Salvador,
Great.
Guatemala. Now we're in Africa, so we're doing some work over in Uganda.
Oh, cool.
Those kind of things.
Nice.
You were at Liberty University. I'm an alum.
Oh, I'm
Same here. Let's go. Oh man, heck yeah. I love to hear it.
For sale by owner.
Let's go.
Big guy, work here is done.
We good. Again, next time. Let's see, trying to check the team.
Nice.
It's been a bit. Sweet. Yeah. You were on campus full time or?
Yep, on campus all
Okay.
done. So I did it in 30. So
Congrats. Thanks. That's awesome.
how about you?
4 years. That's great. You know, standard, really good experience. The campus has changed a ton.
Oh, yeah.
You had like a great, just like the amenities are unreal now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's cool.
So I was there, I went there the first time last year to take my son to like college.
Yeah.
And I was undone with that. It's like.
Pretty insane.
Oh, yeah.
It's wild.
So I did the whole online education and graduated in 2016 and I never set foot on the campus.
Yeah.
But that place is
Wild.
different.
The new library was like finished the year we were graduating, to put it in perspective.
Mhm.
Like nothing else was, I mean, there was stuff under construction, but the library was the only thing that they've like started for the basically $500 million renovation, so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great.
And what did you guys graduate with?
Business marketing.
Business marketing, yeah, okay.
I did finance marketing.
Finance. And are you, well, are you also?
So what's the one song you to graduate? I'm also Drew, just, looking out for my fellow Drew.
My son's accepted to start there next year.
Oh,
Gosh.
He hasn't definitely decided yet, but he's accepted.
My daughter's looking at it.
Yeah.
She's only a junior, but it's definitely on her list.
What dorm did you say?
I was the Hill for 2 years, pre-renovation.
Yeah.
And then I was on the Celeste.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I did Hill my sophomore year.
Nice.
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah. I
Cool.
did.
Hill's great. I think it's like great, just location wise, kind of central and.
Yeah.
So you were there back in the days when they had 2 people per.
Yeah, we used to be,
Yeah.
what was it?
The year I started there, they made it 3 people.
Oh,
per
wow.
And
What's it called?
kept the price the same.
Was the room size bigger or?
No, same room size.
Crazy. Oh, wait, no, sorry, it was 3. My bad. It was,
Okay.
it was me and my 2 other guys that I, went up there from high school, but no, it was.
That's too big.
Or maybe they changed. something.
Yeah, I think it was 3 and then they made it 2 and they went back to 3.
And she actually wasn't looking for that. I think she sort of decided against.
And then where else?
I did Circle
Yeah.
my
Cool.
other 2 years.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's cool though.
So why would we do that? I mean, like, why not like Emory renewal?
That's.
It's more expensive. But I mean, that's aviation.
Yeah, it is. but
Liberty has a great aviation program.
Yeah, I've heard the same.
It is, it's a really good. English.
Why not the Navy? I mean.
That was an idea.
I had a friend of mine, he was gonna go to LeTourneau, this was wait 20 years ago. But he went to LeTourneau University for 1 semester, that's all he could afford. And then he joined the Navy, and he ended up getting an F-18, he flies F-18.
Wow.
It's like, wow.
All right, I realized I left my water upstairs. I gotta go buy it.
I think Liberty owns like 40 planes, so.
And an airport, don't they have like?
Yeah, there's like a small airport too, I think that they, it's crazy.
There's another one, Lewis University out in Chicago that we went to. They have an aviation building. You walk down the hall of the aviation building and there's like the flight desk. Looking out of the runway, right out the back of the building. It's like, that's pretty, like, literally there's people taxiing and taking off right out that window.
So what kind of plane is your son? You said something.
Yeah, just commercial airline, something like.
Okay.
One of the big ones, I guess.
Okay.
He's getting his private right now off Capital City Airport. I've been like 3 mornings of the week. That flies for 2 hours.
That's exciting. My son also, he's like 15.5. For his birthday, my parents paid for him to go for him.
Yeah.
And he is like close now. That's like, it's like, I want to move. But he'll do everything, take off, land, fly, all of it.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
My son didn't go for it. But if he's like, how old is he? 18. He's like, I found this program where if you switch to this charter gown, they would pay for his entire problem. I'm like,
Why did you find this?
transfer for your senior year,
Wow.
and you can still do sports at Northern. He's going, but he's only going for 3 hours.
Oh, yeah. 3 months, a senior schedule, the senior's good.
Thank you.
For 3
I'm
times.
good. Yeah.
I can see your.
Yeah.
Taking the straight classes.
Thursday.
Online.
I got you on my now. Yeah.
I still do sports.
And yeah, actually, now that you say that,
Oh, man.
I'm like,
You do earlier. I'll go back. Yes, okay.
okay, but it's true that in the end, it's your choice to leave that in the end, it comes out of it. Because I have excellent health. For you.
That's awesome.
Shit, what a page of 18 hours.
You got a bowl last year.
They're all about their career.
Did you get a bowl last year?
I love that. I love that. That's not-
It was in this month.
Yeah, nobody seems to look like that.
There for one second, I got my letters on the which point, so. Oh, I do anything with this.
So how long have you been a fluffer?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Goodness.
I just retired from the.
Oh, you did?
I was like, I got gas left in the tank, I gotta do that.
So why did you jump real estate?
My wife is good. So I'm gonna help her out. Yeah, this is-
How long has she got it?
kind of went through it, but she has another two. So anyway, but yeah, she doesn't have a lot of time. To all time long.
What did you do to get in the Navy?
IT project manager,
Okay.
building apps and job and stuff. All that kind of stuff for that.
My brother went to the Naval Academy, he's stationed in North Carolina.
That's
Yeah.
I almost went back out. I bailed on a house subsistence. But it's few years working here, and we're.
Okay.
She's fine.
Yeah, let's just. Not her. All right, if anybody needs, if anybody wants to 10-5-1-1, I have a couple extras over here if you want to take notes or anything. If you weren't here for our bright class that Mr. John did for us a little bit ago, we did record that. That'll be uploaded to our YouTube channel. Probably tomorrow. You can access that. He's hanging out. If you have any questions and want to pick his brain, I'm sure he'll be happy to help you. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just get started here. I do have a Zoom room open. The digital training room is open. We have Amanda and Loretta on with us. So hi guys, we're happy to have you here. Feel free to shoot anything in the chat. I'll try to be watching that as best I can as we go through our class today. So we have with us Kevin. Kevin, I was introduced to him probably 10 or 12 years ago. His wife actually was a speaker at a women's conference that I was a part of. And yeah, I just like instantly was just amazed with her and her story and all the things that she brought to the conference. So connected with her on Facebook, started following the Elworths and their journey. And then I saw recently on his Facebook page some connections that he had with John Maxwell and things like that, which totally spoke to our world, right? And so, yeah, just looked for an opportunity to get him in here and get him engaged with you guys and just be a resource for you. So, Kevin, if you want to go ahead and take over, if there's anything you need, please let me know. I can pass out, I can get pens, I can do whatever you need.
We'll need some pens.
Yep, got it.
Everybody have a pen? Everybody got a pen?
I got you. I got you.
Okay, so. Pleasure to meet you guys. Thanks for letting me be here. My name's Kevin. She said that already. I am a leader developer, business coach. I do all those things, work with companies for communication, team unity, making sure that everyone's rolling in the same direction together. Those bits. Today I want to talk to you about two different things. I have to be honest. I sent Adrian a last minute message on Sunday afternoon as I was kind of planning out my week, and I was like, hey, can we just take a left turn a little bit here? Because I want to talk about the law of intentionality, but I want to talk about it with a flair. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to give you the stuff about law of intentionality, but I'm also going to talk about some other things at the same time that I think is going to be really, really valuable to you. That was my goal. How do I give you tons of value that you can go out and kind of benchmark your business, the things that you do. Now, understand, I'm not a realtor. I don't have to be a realtor to be able to talk into this. I talk about leadership, and my theory, my thesis is that when leadership improves, everything else in your life improves along with it. Everything is going to get better when you grow as a leader. So that's my focus, that's my flair, and that like interacts with all facets of life. So let me tell you like two stories to get you started. Then we're going to play a little bit of the game. And then I'm gonna get really interactive with you today, so be ready for that. Story number one, how many of you would say that you would want more than just a survival life? I don't think, and I've never been in a conversation with someone that's like, no, I'm good with mediocre. You know, status quo is my thing, just leave. Everyone wants to figure out a way to take a step towards thriving. The opposite of surviving would be thriving. How do we get to thriving? Well, it takes some intentional steps. Could we agree with that? Take some very practical intentional steps. One of my very first business clients that hired me to coach him was a guy who owned a company. And when we started doing some coaching stuff, I'm getting to know like the details of his business. And this was pretty low level back in that day, but he tells me over about 15-year period of time, he had built a business of about $500,000. Now, that's not that great in the business world because it doesn't really pay a lot of anything, right? Especially when you got employees and he's got expensive equipment and all that. But I asked him, I said, how did you get to $500,000 annually? And he's like, I have no idea. He could not tell me anything that he had done to be able to like pull the levers and throw the switches and make the phone calls to be able to make this work. He's like, just there. And so my question to him was this: if you accidentally arrived at $500,000, what could you do if you decided? What could you do if you injected some intentionality behind it and said, this is where I'm going to go? What's it going to take to get there? And so we worked together. He was the longest coaching client I've ever had. And we worked together towards tweaking his business and positioning it and getting to the spot where there was some intentionality behind it. Now, let me tell you another story. We talked about my house for just a minute. I found a general contractor that would allow me to do some like self-building along with it. I have my own construction company, so I injected that into the mix. And so we kind of partnered together. I was hiring my own subs and doing a lot of my own work and just like laying tile and things like that. And so my kids are all homeschooled, and so we kind of adapt them into all different parts of our life. And so at this season, I was like taking a kid with me. Every time we go work at the house, I'm like, whose day is it, right? So this one particular day was my daughter's start. She was 13, maybe 14 at the time. Taylor is her name. And so Taylor's coming to work with me. This was like late November. We're gonna have the very first like bad winter storm in Pennsylvania this day, right? There's forecasting ice, snow, wind, rain, all the nastiness. And I've got this in the back of my mind, but also I'm like, I got a deadline, right? I gotta stay on schedule. So I'm like, we're gonna brave this storm. We're gonna take my pathetic work truck, drive 25 miles was from where we were living or staying to where our house was being built. So we did this, and we're up there and we're laying tile, we're doing all this stuff. And you know, I'm cognizant of all day, all this ice is coming down. It's piling up. It is the worst of the worst. And I'm like, I've got to drive 25 miles back to my other place. There's no electricity at the house we're building. There's no heat. We can't get stranded there to freeze it this bad. And so like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I was like, all right, it's not going to get any better. We're just going to have to brave this. And so I'm watching my daughter. She's like, we're both thinking the same thing, but no one's saying anything about it. Like, this is going to be sketchy. This is going to be dangerous, but we got to do it. We get in the truck and I'm trying to calm her fears. Hey, we do this all the time. This is where we live, right? This is what we do. We just do it. So we got in the truck and we're taking the back roads, and we get about 4 miles down the road. And we come to this spot in the road where it's like up and to the left. And so I'm like, I got to have enough speed to get up the hill, not too fast, lose control, just maintain control, right? And so we got up the hill, I started to turn left, and we didn't turn left. And then I like a little bit of brake, not braking at all. And you know, when it's slippery, it doesn't take much brake for you to lock your wheels up, and then you're at the mercy of the ice, right? And so, I mean, it was inevitable. We're up a bank and right into a tree. And right before we hit this tree, my daughter like screams. And this is her first like accident experience. And I'm kind of shaken up. She's freaking out. And so I like, you get the adrenaline, you're shaking like crazy. Even though I was only going like 15 miles an hour. It was enough. And so I couldn't open my door. I jammed the fender back into my door enough that I couldn't open it. And the bumpers like into the driver's side tire. Finally, I like squeezed myself out to like assess damage. And I'm like, we're going to try. Like, what can I do? Like, what can I do? So I backed off this tree. And I'm like trying to turn, the wheels won't turn because of the bumper. And I'm like, this is the worst, right? All day I've known that this could be a potential reality and I've avoided it all day. In fact, my wife was like that morning, sure you should be doing this on a day like this? And I'm like, shh. We just do those things. I'm bigger, I'm stronger, I'm more powerful than this. Just let me do what I do. And now I've come to that astounding conclusion that I've made a grave mistake, right? Anyone going to disagree with the fact that I've made a mistake? Should stay at home, right? Now I've got to make a second mistake. Because when you get stuck, call people, don't you? And so I got to call my family. I got to call my brother. He lives like 45 miles south of that. So I didn't know who else to call. No one know the family in town. Who do I call? So I called my brother and I'm like, hey, I need your help. You know, he's from California. He's from Los Angeles. He's about driving snow, whatever. So he comes up, picks me up. We end up getting home, but I'm so frustrated with the fact that I made mistake and then mistake, and then it potential just snowballs after that. More mistakes because you're trying to fix the mistake that you made. Isn't that what it is in business? We just hope for survival, praying that we don't make mistakes. And then when we make mistakes, who do we call? Call a favor. We call the people that are closest to us to ask us, can you help me figure out what I need to do about this? That's my job as a business coach, to be able to set myself up next to someone and say, hey, call me first. Let me help you navigate through the tensions of what you face so that you don't have to place this pressure and this stress on the people that you love the most. That's what this works. So I want to help you get unstuck. And today, you may not know that there's some sticking points to your business, the thing that you're trying to do. So I'm going to give you some tools and resources today to be able to figure this out. And this is going to start with this little exercise we're going to do. So don't do anything yet, okay? I'll explain to you here in just a second. But you're going to need your pen for this. Thanks, Drew. Okay, here's what you're going to do. I'm going to give you a counter. Sorry for those of you who are online. I can't help you out here. You're on your own. I'm going to give you a timer, and I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Okay, and you're going to start at 1, and you're going to go in sequential order: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as high as you can go in 30 seconds. Okay, ready? You're just going to circle from 1 up. Ready, set, go. Go. That's 10 seconds. 15. All right, you got 10 seconds left. As high as you can go, right? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Sorry, I should have given you one. All right. Who got more than 20? Nobody got more than 20? 15. More than 15. You got more than 15? What'd you get? 15. You got 15. All right. More than 10? Okay. So how did that feel? How did that feel to you through number 1?
It felt like I was falling behind when we were setting the timer. Like I had to catch up.
Okay. Did you feel pressured?
I did.
Felt pressure. Yeah. Okay. What did you mean? Katie, how did you feel about it, Katie?
Oh, like a rush, like adrenaline, yeah, like, where is it, like panic?
Okay. Did you feel, tell me your name again, sir?
Mike.
Did you feel lost?
There was a few that kind of went in a pattern and I was like, oh, I got the pattern and
Okay.
then it fell apart.
And you lost. All right.
And it stopped.
What's your name?
Dora,
Dora. How did you feel about it, Dora?
it's fun.
It was fun.
Yeah, I'm not competitive, so I was
Okay.
just doing it.
You're just doing it. No pressure. You're just alone for the ride. I
Yeah.
love it. Okay. Now, what if I could tell you that there's a secret to it? If I could like dispel the secret, would that feel better to you?
Mhm.
Would that be helpful? Would that make you feel like accomplished? Okay, I'm gonna give you another one. All right, we're gonna clean sheet of paper. This one's got, you can take some notes on the back of this guy. So here, I'll give you one this time. I'm sorry, I should. All right, so we're gonna do this again, but no cheating. Okay. Oh, sorry. Yep. Now, here's what you're gonna do. So. At the top of your paper, see that little line right there? And then there's one at the bottom. Draw a line straight down. Right? And then you're gonna find the ones on the left and the right. So draw that line across. There's one right in the middle there. So now you're quadranted, right? You've got quadrants, you've got 4 quadrants, okay? So here's how it goes. Quadrant number 1 is number 1, number 2 over here, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. Does that make sense? All right, same 30 seconds. Now that you know the secret, let's see how it goes. Ready, set, go. It's 15 seconds. 20. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, stop. Okay, how did we do this time? What did you get up to? Dora, what did you get up to?
19.
19. All right, Drew, how'd you do?
I got up to 15.
15. Okay. Mike, 23. Drew, 19. How about you guys? What's your name?
Sheila,
Sheila? It's Sheila. Shayla.
whatever she's.
Shayla.
17.
17.
Tied with Sheila.
Sweet. All right. So now that you kind of figured out the secret, how did that feel? How did that feel to you?
A lot easier.
Easier? Pressure?
Calm, yeah.
Okay. Mike, how'd it feel to you?
Yeah. Twice fast.
Twice as fast. That's good. How did you feel?
Felt more systematic.
Systematic. All right. Like you know exactly what to do next, right?
Yep.
How about you? What'd you
Well, that was my first time doing it, and I still only made it to 14, so I'm like.
That's still pretty good. Still pretty good. All right. So let me just answer this. So you got some notes. You can take some notes on there. And I've put together a little bit of a growth track tool that you can as free get for you. So that's what that QR code is. Take that, use it, do whatever you want with it. But okay, so we're looking at the law of intentionality today, paired with what I'm going to call the secret sauce of sales in real estate. Okay, would you guys like to know the secret about selling real estate? Now, again, I'm not a real estate person. I buy real estate, I hold it, I have some rental properties, we've sold some stuff, but you guys are the pros at this. Here's the difference though. You do know that you're not selling houses, don't you? We know that. Somewhere in your training, you've learned that you're not selling houses, you're selling change and you're selling people, aren't you? You're selling experiences. All these things come with the other side of it is a house. Whether you're a selling agent or you're a buying agent, I don't quite know, or I've not gone through the training that is specific to this. You guys do. You are the nuanced experts when it comes to this kind of thing. But I want to teach you today some specifics about how to master or take a step in the direction of mastering sales with people. Does that make sense? Would that be helpful? Would it be valuable? Have you done anything like this before? You have. What kind of thing did you do to help you get to this spot?
That we get.
Yeah.
Like
What have you learned?
different sales trainings.
Okay.
Yeah, just kind of going through different sales trainings, learning motivations, learning personality types, learning. Yeah, I mean, just.
Anybody else?
A day. Yeah.
Anybody else do anything like this?
Similar to them.
Similar?
Human engineering.
Okay. Have you guys done or dove into disc profiles at all?
A million times.
A million times.
Yeah.
Teach me about disc profile, like a sentence.
It's just a sentence.
Yeah.
Now the pressure's on. We're actually gonna be doing a disc training here. Adrian and I here in like 2 months. So the 4 major personality archetypes, and what's important to them and what makes them make decisions,
Okay.
how to communicate.
How to communicate with them. Anybody else have any experience with this? A little bit? You probably got some from.
Lots of leadership training, profiling of teams, and how to work together as teams better and things like that.
Have you ever utilized or experienced DISC as it relates to sales? Yeah.
Been in sales 13 years.
Yes, that's. It'll sit down and be quite a few. Okay. Have you been able to see how it correlates?
Yeah, for sure.
For the rest of you, have you ever experienced anything like profiling when it comes to sales?
For like a class in college, but not like anything practical.
Okay. Here's the thing, when it comes to sales is very simple. If you can speak the other side, your prospect, if you can speak their language, if you can identify who they are, how they think, what they relate, what's important to them, you can then present the solution to what they're looking for. Here's the problem. The problem is that without any kind of formal understanding of this, we will resort to our own personality type, right? So if you're a D-type personality, you're going to be very direct. But if you're talking to a C-type personality, that's the antithesis of what they hate. They do not want you to be direct. They want you to be detailed. But as a D-type personality, you hate details. So how do you figure that out? You have to be able to identify without someone wearing like a name across their forehead. This is who I am. This is how I relate. This is how I think. This is how I process. You have to be able to discover and discern just from their language, their body language, their personality, how they present themselves, who they're telling you all the time. We just have to learn how they're telling us and then what to do about it. So I'm going to give you like a very, very rudimentary crash course in DISC today, okay? Paired with this idea of the law of intentionality. So the law of intentionality teaches us this: the growth doesn't just happen. Well, neither does sales. It doesn't just happen. You choose it. You get to decide, this is where I'm at, this is where I want to go. What are the steps to get me there? How do I get on that journey? Well, DISC is the same way. So here's the thing. I've got the colors here, and so I'm gonna put these on the wall. Can I put these on the wall? You got some tape? Can I put these on the wall?
Yeah.
I want these to be spread out a little bit because we're actually going to do a little bit of an exercise here along with these. So start here. So this is the red folder because it was the reddest thing I could find at the store. So we're going to use this is our D. Do you know what the D says? Simple. I got 3 words for each one of these. Drew, can you what is red? What do they think?
The dominance.
Dominance. How do they want to be related to or presented to?
I mean, just give me what I need to know. I don't need the fluff. I don't need the feel good stuff. I need to know what I need to know, and I need you to make me feel like I'm charged.
100%. So 3 words for dominance is do it fast. Do it fast. That's what they want. Bullet point, talking bullet points, right? No stories. I used to tell somebody that was I don't know, somebody the job I was at or whatever. I was like, listen, don't give me the whole thing. Don't give me I don't want the historical background. You can just tell me what I need to know. Right. And then are any of you D-type?
I think, I don't know all of them.
Okay.
So
Well,
I would
we might be able to figure it out. Well, the way that you would tell if you are is that when someone starts like never ending story.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
just
definitely
like,
like,
please, for the love of God, get to the point, right?
yeah.
And you want to hurry them along, and then they feel frustrated that you're like hurrying them along, right? Because it's interesting how you switch between personalities, right? I'm a D. D is my second type. And when I'm in like a work mode and someone comes to interrupt me, I'm like, bullet point, man. Tell me what you want to know. Tell me what I need to decide. I'll give you the decision. That's what they want. I want to make a decision and be done, right? That's what the D-type personality is. The next one, yellow, is I. What is the I? What does the I stand for?
Influential or influence.
Influence. And what is important to him or her?
It's like recognition. They want to talk. Can't tell that's what I. Yeah, I just said like being sociable.
Okay. All right. 3 words on the influencer is make it fun. They want to be the life of the party. That's what they care about. S What's important to the S type? What? I'll tell you that one of the secrets to the S type personality is like 75 to 80% of the people that you meet are S. So if you can't figure a person out, resort to S, okay? The S type person says, keep it safe. Keep it safe.
What's that stand for?
It stands for like steady.
Steady.
Keep it safe. They don't like surprises. This is gonna be the person that's like, I want all the inspections, all the appraisals, I want to know everything about this property. Because if there's anything in this property that's gonna surprise me, I hate it. They want to keep it safe. Are any of you a safe person? You're an S type? And again, remember, 75 to 80% of people are the S type personality. All right, the last one, blue, is the C type personality. Can you tell me what this is? Conscientious. And what does it mean? What's it stand for?
Detail oriented, that's typically the people who do really, really well in, a lot of the time they do really, really well in administrative roles. Or any role where they can collect data and
They are. They are the people that are like, get it right. Don't get it wrong. Get it right. These are the people who are like, cross all the T's, dot all the I's, answer all the questions, answer the questions that I don't even know to ask.
I always think of the word like compliant,
Yes,
like
compliance. Yeah,
compliance.
that's a great way to think about that. Can you see how that each one of these different personalities can clash? Which of these do you think would maybe not mix well together?
I mean,
I and D? Okay, cool. Talk about it. Why do you think that?
well, they like to talk a lot. I'm this thing about myself. And D's more like to stay to the point. I feel like it like
A bit of resistance.
in a conversation about business, it's like one's like, okay, well, what's the point?
Mhm.
That's how I am.
Maybe C and D. Cause I feel like I'm a C and my husband's D and I like to ask a lot of questions and he's just like, no, you're just gonna. I'm in a hurry, let's just get to the points here, and I'm like, what is this? I mean, I ask too many questions.
Honestly, from the farthest end of the spectrum, C and D are like diabolical opposites. And I mean, what do they say? Opposites attract, right? So it actually can work in your favor as long as you know how to accommodate each other. This morning, as I was doing some last minute stuff to get ready for this, my wife comes in and she's like, I need your opinion from me. And she's going on her C type personality and I'm working right then in my D type personality. So I'm like, get to the point right now. And she gets frustrated. She feels like I'm rushing her. I'm like, I kind of am, right? I gotta get something done. And I don't need the whole like 20-minute backlog of what you're dealing with. Let me just make a decision, right? I want to do it fast. She wants to be thorough, right? And honestly, that's okay. My other type of personality is an I. And when I operate under my I personality, which is funny because you said that, because there are times that I love to be entrenched in a big conversation when I'm wearing that hat. But when I take that hat off and I wear my other hat, I'm like, I don't really care about the details. I don't want to talk. I just want to make a decision. What personality type do you think you are, Drew?
Probably most D.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you see yourself, if you could guess of another one that would be high in your list, can you guess?
Maybe S.
Okay.
Okay.
Tell me-
Definitely do that.
Tell me why you feel like S.
Because I do like to know like possible repercussions of if something goes this way, this is the fallout of it might be.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay. All right. How about you? What do you said you think you're D.
I like how it gets to all of them in a way, but
Well, you are.
definitely-
Understand that you are.
Yeah. I definitely feel like it depends on the vibe, like if it's it just really depends on the situation. But I'm a talker myself, depending on my mood.
Mhm.
Right now, I'm very chill, but usually I'm a talker, so I can see eye. But I don't really, like, if it's something, I'm getting ripped deep, I'm so sorry, guys. But if it's like, if I have to put an offer in, I'm like, I want every inspection, or I wanna know everything about the home before anything arises, so I'd say S, but then. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's it, like.
that's the
It's like
part
a-
about going through like the report itself, is that will actually pinpoint you where you're at on each one of these, because we all are all of them. It
Yeah.
just matters, like, where do you fall on like the highest scale and then the lowest scale? And then, to be honest with you, you mentioned like the different situation.
Yeah.
Well, that's the cool part, is that you can discover where you're at in each different situation and how you operate. You're different here than you are at home.
Oh, yeah.
You're different with your coworkers than you are with your family.
Mhm.
And then your friends, and then whatever other situation where it requires a different personality of you. How do you operate with that? And then how do you relate with other people around you? So let's unpack this and like really like hone in on how this relates to real estate. Can you identify, maybe with some previous clients, whether you were a selling or a buying agent, how someone would present themselves to you based on this? Is that easy to track, or is that a little bit deep? You got any examples?
Yeah, I have a client who was funny. So one is an I, the other one is probably a mix between a C and an S. Adrian, okay,
I know who
you're aware, yeah. So one is just all about, wow, I'm going in here, this is fabulous, look at all of the things that I could do, look at all of the potential. And then the other one is like, so Andrew, I mean, do you think that if we were to list it now, if we were to do this and this and this, do you think that we could potentially do this? And I'd have to know about the well, and I'd have to know about this, and Andrew, I don't know if right now is the right time, and now I'm feeling, you know what, maybe we just stay in our house. And so it's kind of funny to watch the two of them together. Yeah.
Okay,
It's a good
so-
time.
We're gonna role play this in just a minute, but I'm curious how you would decipher that. And then alter the way that you interact based on that response. What do you do in a situation like that?
With the one who is a little bit, probably kind of more between, you know, conscientious and steady, I talk, you know, just kind of, I think I definitely changed the way that I speak. I changed my speech pattern just a little bit. It's just a little bit softer. It's a little bit, yeah, absolutely. You know, it's just more of a, no, listen, I completely, I hear you. You know, and then with the one who, you know, who's a little bit more so the influential type. Yeah, just keep the energy high.
So we're in the midst of like upheaving our life right now. We have several properties here that we're moving, and then we're moving to Florida. And so we've already put an offer on house on there, found it, and my wife's like, that's the house I want, and I was like, great, let's buy it. And the realtor just kind of went for, she's like, she didn't know what to do with us. Because I told her, I was like, I don't really want any inspections, I don't want to do an appraisal, I don't want anything, just give me the house. And she was like, she started operating under a C mentality, because everything I did was just get it done. She started operating under that mentality right there, and she started answering questions that she would want answered. And she started getting thorough, and I actually appreciated it, because I'm like, she's like, well, how about a property condition report? Would you like that? Sure, that would be helpful, right? And so she goes out of her way to answer details that she's like, you know, the average person would want this. I'm not really the average person, but I appreciated the fact that she was thinking about details that I didn't really care about, right? And honestly, this is the mix. That's dangerous. I hope you can see that. That's dangerous. When you get into a situation and you want to move fast, you need someone else to come alongside and be like, hey, you're moving too fast. You're gonna hurt yourself right here. You're gonna compromise something. You're gonna compromise something that you missed out on. This is where team building really, really gets powerful. Because the D-type personality needs to recognize the fact that I'm not the be all end all, and I need someone like that to come alongside. I need someone else to like play it safe and answer the same questions, because what that guy's doing is like, hey, slow down, right? Slow down. We're gonna like off a cliff if you keep going at the level or at the rate that you're doing. And we need to, and we need to be able to answer some detail-oriented questions. And then there's this guy always in the background that's like, how can we have fun with this? How can we enjoy the moment and enjoy the season? But your job is to be able to differentiate the person that you're trying to work with, the sell that you're trying to make. A lot of times the sell for you is the sell of a person choosing you to serve them, is it not? This isn't about houses. This is about people choosing you because they want to feel safe and that you're going to take care of them. Almost every person in this mix is going to operate under that mentality based on who you are. Do you make me feel safe? Because remember, 75–80% of people have that or are that, and then the rest have that somewhere in their composure.
You're getting hearts on Zoom, just so you know. You're getting the Zoom button. Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. So let's do some role play for just a minute, and we're going to do, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 6. So we can do 2 for 3 of these. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to like partner up and go to one of these, and then we're going to role play based on that person's personality. Can we do that? I'll give you some more instructions about what that means. That's a little ambiguous, but you know.
You're gonna make us do stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you do stuff. This is how we really learn. All right, let's do this. Let's start with the D-type personality. We'll just do these 3, D, I, and F, and then we'll do C later. So over here. All right, we got that. We just need 2 in each one. So I guess we have. Okay, so you 2, and then why don't you join one of the others, and we'll do 3. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. One of you is going to act as like the agent, and one of you is gonna act as the type, okay? And you're going to do this based on these 3 things. So the person here, not the agent, the client, is gonna act as an investor, okay? Whoever here, the person buyer. This could be a buyer or seller. I don't care how it's just a person, okay? You're gonna act as like the dream couple. This is fun. This is emotional. This is a great experience. All right. The S-type personality. This is about family. All right. So family oriented. Does that make sense? All right. So you guys decide who's the agent, who's the client, and then let's give it a go. Can we make that work? Questions? Do we have any questions?
I'll be the agent.
Okay.
Okay, the client is supposed to be the investor and the agent's supposed to be the
Yeah.
person doing this. Okay. So I'm doing
And
the-
here's how I want this to play out. I want this to play out as if you're choosing this agent.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So what kind of questions are you gonna ask? What kind of information are you gonna offer? Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
I know.
Okay, so play this out. Let's take 3 or 4 minutes on this. You know, brainstorm it if you need to. And then go, and then we'll do a debrief.
I want to sell my apartments. Okay, how many apartments are you now?
There's 4 in the building.
4 apartments, so it's a unit, it's a 4-unit apartment. When do you want to sell it by?
This will be 430 days.
In 30 days, so you're going to close
For
as soon as possible. Okay. Do you have a specific time frame that you invested on? It's ready?
Yes.
Okay,
Do you know,
Um,
so.
trying to ask direct questions, I think.
You're doing good.
Cause I feel like doing that, it's kind of rude, is it not? Cause you're like rushing the client, like, they should
No,
be doing
she knows what she wants.
Sign that they were kind of grow up
Okay,
in.
also, so you think it'll be available for listing in a week? Think we can. Okay, awesome, it's ready. Can I tour it today? Can we set it?
Well, there's for the public. It's getting into the,
I'm gonna be.
they're all in.
Okay, obviously.
Okay,
So they all have different schedules, but I need to know within 30 days.
Okay, well, can we set up something this week? Maybe that aligns with all of your tenants' schedules, so I can see all of them at once, or?
That's probably not gonna happen.
That's okay.
Some work at night, some work at day, some have children, so.
Yeah, okay, can we get something scheduled this week?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
What is your schedule?
I can make whatever works for your tenants, to be honest.
So.
Well, then I will
whenever you're
contact
over here
them
watching
and,
the Packers games, and you have everybody
but when they
listening,
say
cats are all having a
they're
good time,
available, you need to be
bring everything
available.
else.
I can do that. And what I can also do is have all the paperwork ready to go so that after I see everything, we can just put the number on there for how much you think, how much I think should be listed for, but how much you agree is listed for. And then we can kind of get started from there.
So this is actually what I call
Okay.
a trick or treat. So you could easily.
Yes,
come out.
yes, and I don't wanna be bothered.
There's gonna be.
Okay, I don't wanna be bothered
you know,
with,
there are young families.
making arrangements for
Kids,
showings
they're
or
all
anything, you can go
obviously
directly to the
area,
tenants,
they'll be able
because
to
I don't know.
buy,
I
Guys
don't-
be able to, I think
Okay.
you'd be able to make friends.
Easy. Well, my whole job is to make sure I take care of everything and really just come to you with the offers and, you
This
know,
entire community.
really just make sure that things are
It's a
smoothly
really tight
sailing for
community.
you.
I think you guys-
So with that being said, since you have listed, you know that we have to get photos done. Do you think that the tenants can get the property ready for photos within the next week?
I will give you their numbers and you can see, you know, you can talk to them. I don't wanna be that third party.
Got you. Okay, I can arrange everything.
How you feel?
Good.
Okay, let's debrief for just a minute. How did your interaction go? What did you discover? Was
I
it
feel
a-
like
did
it's
you get
so weird
hired?
to be like,
That
I
kind
feel
of-
like I wouldn't hire someone telling me to do that. Just because I feel like as an agent, you really shouldn't be like, trying to like just,
Quick.
you know, I feel like you should maybe be more of a make it fun in a way.
Okay.
I guess depending on who the client is, but
Okay,
An investor doesn't have a lot of soul and heart in it either. It's not personal.
that's true.
yes,
You know, when you're
That's
doing
true.
your own home, it's more personal.
Yes.
You know, there's a lot of emotion involved.
Okay.
Yeah, versus residential
Yeah,
realtors versus commercial realtors. You know, it's like there's no emotion in commercial.
that's true.
So when you're an investor, there's no emotion, just get it done.
let's get it done, right? They call it, it's dollars and cents.
Right.
That's pretty much all it is. Okay, great. What did you guys discover?
I felt like he was more trying to sell like the potential experiences I could have in the house that we were looking at.
Okay.
Versus the actual house itself and like, oh, this is what the taxes look like in the house, but yeah.
Okay.
Feel good, the open with emotion. And, yeah, I mean, he had asked about obviously like, you know, hey, what are the,
You
you know,
did.
what's the area like? You know,
Thanks.
like,
Thanks for
it's like
coming.
community,
They're so awful at it.
So you're, you know, you're entertaining and stuff, yeah, so just some of the experiences. The dream.
Okay, so, all right, based on the idea of you're selling people, selling yourself. You as like a client, how would you feel, how did you feel with his presentation of himself, based on your personality type?
I felt like he was very excited about the property, like trying to match my excitement for what I was looking for in the property.
Okay, did that make you feel like safe, comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Love it. Oh, any-
Should he have not?
no, I think it's objective.
Okay.
It's based on personality. Let me ask you this question. Based on, you know, selling yourself to a client. How do people present to you, or how do they relate to you? Do they relate with skepticism? Do they relate with excitement, apprehension? How do they relate to you? Does that make sense?
And how far into the process you are.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's on the defensive and out of the gate.
What are they defensive about?
You don't know you, they don't trust you.
Okay, so skepticism.
Skepticism, could be, I don't know the right word I'm looking for right now, but it could just be. Their biased perception of the industry as a whole. Okay, sure. You know, realtors, you know. All they do is drive around in expensive cars, drink lattes and go golfing.
Always show up late.
Yeah, only show up late. And so, but when you show up as an advocate for your clients. Build that trust. I love like. Dads and moms come, the younger buyers, because I mean, the parents never.
Yeah.
The parents never. Yeah. It's not a contest. It's just building relationships.
Love that. Love it. What did you guys discover?
I don't know, I think I went down like a rabbit hole. I don't know,
Okay, all right,
need to work on role playing.
okay. How did you feel about it?
I kept thinking of things to bring up and then I was like, oh, well. We're not supposed to talk about churches and things like that and what's in the area like that my family might be interested in it because like. So I'm like, I was just,
Okay,
we kind of. didn't have a great
Yeah.
exchange.
Well, we're gonna do it again. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna reverse roles. Why don't, Adrian, why don't you join him over here?
Yeah.
What's your name? Mike, okay.
I'm the other Mike.
Join Mike at the C station.
We'll
over
be
here.
Steve's.
And so reverse roles, and let's play this out again. And honestly, if you guys felt like investor wasn't the right mix, because I get you. It's
Oh, no, I
dollars
think
and
investor makes more sense for this.
cents. Okay. Try it out, see what you can do. Cool. All right, so reverse roles, try it again. See what you do.
What's the state roll, or what are we over here? This is like.
So, oh yeah, good question.
Okay, over that.
Okay.
So
hi, I'm Sheila.
Hi, Sheila. I'm Dora. Nice to meet you.
all of these are here, we'll buy her.
I'm thinking about listing my property. It's a duplex right now and I'm kind of house hacking, so I'm living in one of them, but I want to rent out the other. We're possible sell. Which I'm very-
So.
Same thing.
What you
Yes, oh, I think we're.
I'd say in the next couple months.
Alrighty, so yeah, this is my guy. Same name.
Yes, okay, so,
We're gonna get you.
are you looking at short term or long term?
So
Honestly,
I'm
it's
thinking
a place that.
long term. So I don't want to like sell it if it's not going to be worth selling it. Like if I could only make a couple, like $50,000 in a sequel, I'll just keep it because at the end of the day, like if I hold it for 10 years, I think I could hold some more. So kind of up in the air.
Okay, so you have, you know.
Don't be around here. You were like, a lot of you have
10
like,
years, you know,
some that-
you don't have, you know, so this is on the.
Yeah, I think if there's a Halloween.
Property.
Yeah, and.
Just so. That you want to do it. Might be better now, the way long term. Because now you want to.
That's my fear. That's like why I'm kind of holding out on bringing out the other one. Cause I'm not sure if it'd be worth just to sell it. And then I don't have to deal with it, or if I should hold on to it and make some type of passive income. And then ultimately, let me stay off the mortgage, but
Obviously.
Right, well, I was in that. Will you have funds for this? Then. My friend girlfriend has a white fight and things about, chairs through the window and, you know, the refrigerator door goes over. Things like that. You're gonna have some fun to do.
I never really thought that deep into it, yeah.
So my suggestion would be.
Yeah.
And put that in your phone. Do something special for your family. Maybe look
And
at.
if winter. Spring.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, well, so it'd be nice.
Yeah, Harrisburg's,
Yeah, Harrisburg. Harrisburg.
yeah.
But I can't steer you.
Of course, of course.
Definitely these three bedrooms.
Seem like a nice person. to get
Fourth
one.
now. Now we at least have to know.
It's Cumberland Valley.
Yeah, I can't steer you.
Yes, 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 of course, of course.
But there's.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah, I was out there.
Definitely get that. Yeah, I'm listening. Makes me think that and reinvest.
Even Airbnbs, laptop Airbnb.
That's not good.
Like in that, making something off of this or buying something just like you're in your park and then
Trying to.
like during the summertime. It's a perfect time. Let's do it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Success.
Where are you? I need to know. Are you just sitting?
There's also the angle I want to be chosen. So I would not shoot up.
Where do I see this?
No, not yet. I want some, me and my partner want to get into investing.
Let's break that down. Let's debrief that a little bit. So why don't you guys go first? How was your experience? What you learned? What you discovered?
Yeah, so I was an engineer as a C, someone who's compliant. I want to make sure we're dotting all the i's, crossing all the t's. And Mike took me through the basement of the house that I'm looking at and told me all the things about all the things. And, you know, where his concerns would be and made me feel very good in the fact that he had resources, you know, available if we had issues with structure, we had issues with HVAC. So he closed the loop in anywhere that I might have a little bit of uncertainty, which was really good.
We weren't talking about the backsplash in the kitchen. We were down with mechanical part because that's where your money is.
Yeah.
Yeah, your mechanicals are one of the most important things about the house. And I would encourage anybody, if they were in this room, if you have the opportunity to go with buyers on your inspections, we'll pick up a lot of information with their lot. So, sure.
I was gonna say, I've been with you when you've gone into the basements to show people that side, yeah. Well, I know.
How about you guys? When did you discover this stuff?
Well-
Did you sign?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hired him.
Why? So why did you hire him?
Because he was listening to my concerns and, you know, made me feel good that he was listening to like what my family needed and, you know, finding different options and solutions for my problems.
I thought that is so good.
Did you feel safe?
I don't see.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Good stuff. All right, you guys.
No, we just, I mean, he just kind of asked me, you know, what I was looking for. You know, he was definitely excited. I could tell that he was excited about trying to help me, you know, about trying to help me find a home, which was nice. I ended up asking him if he was, you know, if he was a little nervous, but I could tell, you know, from that little bit of nervousness, you know, you get nervous whenever you can. So I felt like he cared about actually finding me a good home, and for somebody like me who cares about, you know, I care about some of the fluffy stuff sometimes, you know, I want to know that you care. And I got that. Good. So.
Yeah, I feel like with me trying to match the make it fun personality type, I was almost adding kind of being a little more inauthentic, just from my sales point, like just, yeah, I don't know, that's just.
How did you, okay, so.
In
based
this
on
scenario, that's how.
Authenticity, how did you want to present yourself?
I would have preferred to just like been like detail focused, just personally, but yeah.
So are you like a C-type personality? Is that where that's coming out from?
I like, I think I like being more direct to things versus like adding fluff to it, so, yeah.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, that's a good learning spot that you just discovered. Well done. How about you guys? What did you discover?
I thought it went good.
Did you get
She
hired?
was a little bit, yeah, we shook hands.
Yeah. I got that.
She was a little bit indecisive, but I helped her make up her mind. and
Yeah,
She's gonna sell.
yeah.
Perfect.
I will say though, doing this, I realized though, as an agent, I'm definitely like the make it fun. Like I'm a very like extrovert person. So I feel like whenever I'm meeting with clients, it's a very like more of a warm experience. I'm direct when I like talking to other people about my own things, but if it's having to do with someone else, I think I'm more to make it fun. Because this was out of my comfort
That would
zone.
feel right to you.
Yeah, like I
So
can't sell
like
in that way.
in authenticity again.
That's what brought it to my mind. Yeah.
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 All right, cool. Give yourself a hand.
Yeah, that's
Woo-hoo. Good job. All right, go ahead, take a seat.
We did it.
Thank you, guys. You did great. Now, here's the thing. This was like obviously super classroom setting because you know you knew what hat to put on when you went into it. You knew the person was an S, right? Or you knew they were a D. You knew exactly how to think about how you were going to relate. Again, I'll go back to the other part. These people aren't wearing this on their forehead. You got to figure out how are they presenting themselves to you. Okay, so part of me wants to say like a good homework piece for you, but I want to make it easier for you than that. You need to go through something like this to be able to discover there's a lot of tricks to this trait. The homework piece would be, what kind of questions can you ask to get someone to reveal their personality to you? Does that make sense? You, as an agent going in to be hired, are the person who needs to do the most asking and the most listening. You're not telling anything. You're just listening. That's what you said that, didn't you? Yeah, I felt listened to. And that's the whole role in this. When someone feels listened to, they feel safe. And almost every time, the way to dismantle a person's skepticism is make them feel safe. If If you can make them feel safe, they will feel, I've got this answer. Feel good about this. I took a big step in the direction of whatever they want to do, whether it's buy a house, sell a house, move their family, whatever it is. Whatever that the problem is that they're doing, you gotta make them feel safe. I mean, you guys know this, right? I'm speaking to the choir here, but people are about ready to uproot their lives, either by force or by choice, and you get to hold their hand as they walk through that journey. So how do you make them feel safe as they do that? Make sense? Okay. So, I'm sorry?
Let them talk.
Let them talk, because they'll tell you everything they want you to know.
Kevin might not give you homework, but I would be happy to give you homework. If you've signed on since I started, you would have received a link to take your Keller personality assessment. Those of you that have been here longer than me, maybe I need to send that to you. But something really cool to do would be to make sure you have your Keller personality assessment done and then reach out to me to have it verified with you. And I can actually sort of help you understand what your natural bent is based on the way you completed that. And then going through the KPA, it also gives you guidelines on when you're talking to a C, an S, an I, a D, like how you need to adjust yourself in order to communicate with them more effectively. So if you want to do that, I'm happy to sit down with any of you at any point and verify your KPA.
That's a sweet offer right there on that. All right, so I'm gonna write some cheat codes up here for you. Forward. Okay, so the cheat code is this, just be correct. Okay, that's your number one thing. And then here's the don't side. That's that person's number one concern is time. Just don't waste my time. Just have a point to all of this. Every question you ask, everything that you say, have a point. Don't waste their time. Number two, or the I, is to paint a dream. Don't drown them in data. Give them the data that they ask for. Offer it to them or make it available to them if they don't, but don't overwhelm them with it. S-type clients is reassurance. That's fine, right? Yeah. Reassurance. You will never go wrong with reassurance. Again, if you can't figure out what a person is, resort to S. Just reassure them. And then for the don't side, just don't rush. Go slow. For C-type people, show the details. And then don't hype it up. They will smell that and they will know that you're lying. So, and honestly, even if it's not lying, even if it's like you're trying to deceive them, or even if it's not any of those things, it could be the fact that they're just trying to get you to not look at something. Does that make sense? So show the details. Be thorough with it. Be kind of over the top with whatever this is. Questions?
With the C type, would you say it's actually beneficial to show like negative parts of the thing, and that kind of helps build trust?
Concerns?
Yeah.
Yeah, what would you be concerned about a property or yeah, if you've already been selected, sure.
Yeah, like they're walking through a house and you notice they walk by, it's like a big crack in the wall, and you like point out, hey, do you see the track right here?
You might need to get that checked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say this, like, in a situation like that, stay in your authority zone. Don't speak to something you don't know about.
Yeah.
Say, hey, we should get somebody to look at that. Don't inject your opinion because it'll bite you in the butt. Yeah. What else? What other question?
I really like what you said about like 75 to 80% of people being the S's, because I think that that's sometimes what I struggle with is like, what is this person? And if it's a quick exchange and, you have a very small amount of time to make an impact, just knowing that I can always just resort to S.
Yeah.
Like just resort to S. And if you stay in that, you're gonna hit most of the people.
You're never gonna go wrong with reassurance.
Yeah.
If they miss anything, if you sense like uneasiness on anything, go back to reassurance. That like number one rule of sales, people don't buy or don't choose because of some level of uncertainty. If they start backtracking, it's because they're not sure about something. What is it? And it's your job to find it, because they won't always tell you. They may not even know. They may not know what that like uncertainty or insecurity is inside of them, but you'll notice like a backtrack, they'll start using phrases like, I need to think about it. I'm gonna have to talk to my wife. You've heard these before, right? And honestly, let's take a step further. You've used them before, haven't you? Yes, because you're unsure. What are you unsure about? Well, it's your job to figure it out. Ask questions, do a lot to listen. That's it, guys.
Like, that's where we.
Thank
can-
you.
Like, that's where we can use our tactics from this morning, right? The fear.
The only other thing I would add, everything you said is on point. I'll just show you something. So I was in a meeting last week and I was competing against a local realtor. And they just kind of threw me in there, I think, just to check the other realtor. Like they're confirming what the other realtor says by bringing me in. And one thing I did was him and her, there's a little kid there. I looked at him and her evenly the whole time. Never took my eyes off of them. Every now and then I went to the kid with my eyes. And by the time we were done, we're using you, Mike. All right. So I'm not counting my own thing. I'm just saying, pay attention, look them in the eye and split the time evenly, especially if it's a divorce situation. This wasn't a divorce situation. This was a medical situation, but still, I gave both even time. So remember, train your brain to. It's like magic.
I feel like eye contact's so important.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are not good at eye contact, which is fine,
I
but
wasn't either in the
it's
beginning,
really important.
but somebody told me about it.
It's, I mean, I think about that every time someone looks at and talks to me, I judge it based on how much eye contact, because you can tell if they're nervous or
Right.
they might feel inferior even, or just like not, but like, you know, like less confident.
Yeah, I'm
If
probably
you're
the
not
only
able to make eye
person in here, but I will make eye contact with
Yep. Yeah.
That's good, man. Thanks.
you. Thanks again.
That goes a long way. Yeah, thank you. All right, so you got some homework, you got an offer. I also do these. I do a disc assessment analysis workshop, the whole 9 yards. If you want to go deep, you want to go deep level with this, I'll take you deep. You get a 31-page report based on your personality type, and it dispels how to do all of that work with someone else. So if you're interested in doing something like that, let me know. I'll take you through it. Thanks for your time. I really appreciate being here.
Thank you.
Don't forget his, about his road tracker. I went ahead and scanned that and downloaded it. Make sure that you do that. We did have Antonio share on the Zoom with us. Antonio thinks that he's a mix of an S and a C. And Amanda and I have had coffee enough. I can agree with this. She's a talker and we both are, and she loves to tell detailed stories and hear others' details. So she thinks she's likely, an I. And so, Amanda just says this was great. Thanks so much.
Hi, Amanda.
Hey, Amanda.
Was that Antonio Santos?
Yeah,
Oh, he's definitely got some eye.
yeah, yeah,
Hey, I have a gift for you.
yeah.
This is my book. And,
Oh,
so thank you.
Thank you. I have to just laugh because my Facebook memories just popped up and literally 17 years ago today, this was Illuminate. This is where I first met. 17 years ago today is where I first like met that great point people. It was amazing. Yeah, amazing.
No, oh, same. That really made me realize, like, when I'm talking to other people, I'm more of a. And then if it's me, I'm like, just answering. Right. So, no, you're fine, you're great.
And Adrian, when can I go over
Thank you
the
so
results?
much.